What's up, Magic Tears? In today's video, we'll be going over my review for the Starbright Holidays at Disney Springs right after this.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
What is up, you guys? Welcome to Talk About the Magic. Thank you so much for clicking play on this video. If it's your first time here, please be sure to hit that subscribe button real quick so you don't miss any of the future videos. Today's Wednesday, which means time for another Disney This Week. And I know you might be thinking, why are we going to do a Starbright Holiday show, review in January? What's today? January 4th. Basically because December was so fast and I didn't have time to do a review, but it's such a good show that I really want to push it out there. Make sure you guys check it out. So that way for this coming holiday season in 2017, so weird because it seems like 2016 was 3 days ago. Bad joke. Anyway, so I want to make sure you guys do get to experience that Disney Springs holiday spectacular show that they have there. Of course, it is Disney this week, so we will still go over that Disney tip of the week, as well as I will share with you something kind of personal. So be sure to check out, all the way to the end of the video. So the drone show that happens at Disney Springs is something that I was extremely surprised with. I found out there was going to be open by the time we got there. I was a little skeptical, a little confused of where to go, what it was going to be like. And, I just really couldn't understand what was happening. I didn't look at any of the videos prior to going because I did not want the surprise to be ruined. So we went to to Disney Springs, I should say. And the first time we saw it, we were right across from the World of Disney store on the bridge. Now, the problem with this is that it gives you a really broad view of the show, but it, to me, just didn't have a lot of the impact that you could have in the show. Not to say, it messed up the show or anything. It was still great. But, even though it's darker on the bridge, which is a plus, you have people walking. You still kind of have the music, or not music, but kind of the noise of the restaurants coming out. So it kind of can take away from that experience. So what we ended up doing is we found out where it was actually like the main area to go watch it, and that is, if the easiest way for me to explain it is on Disney's Candy Cauldron, which I believe is on the I think it's on the west side of Disney Springs, if I remember correctly. You just go to your Disney Experience app, find that store, and then literally walk down. There's some stairs there. You walk down the stairs. You'll see a ton of people lined up already. But you don't want to be near the balloon. There's a hot air balloon, that takes you up at Disney Springs. You don't want to be there. You want to kind of scoot down more so that balloon doesn't block you. The cast members were kind enough to let us know this is going to be kind of a blocked area. You might want to scoot down. They have more lights in that area, but it did not affect the actual show. It did not affect the drones. The drones, being drowned out by all of the, lights that they have there. That was the premier spot I will probably go to, even though there's more people there more often, because of the sound quality and the visual. I mean, you could hear the drones like, but then after you get, that going, you hear the speakers come in, kind of drowned it out. And the actual show itself was just incredible. It's funny because I'm sure if you are somebody who watches YouTube, you've seen at least one or two drone shows. You've seen aerial shots and everything. Leave it to Disney to figure out a new way to work with these drones, and Intel to work with these drones and make them do something that I don't think many of us either one thought possible or two thought was a good idea. And it's just incredible. It really sets the tone, the mood for the actual holidays, for Christmas, the music, the lights. It's just incredible. And it gets me excited for all the things that they're going to be able to do with this. I think this is just a small taste of what Disney has in store when it comes to what they can be able to do with drones. I mean, it's 300 drones. Imagine if they got 600. You know what I mean? It's exciting. So I think this was a good test for Disney, and that's what they were doing it for. And it exceeded pretty much every expectation that I know I had. 10 out of 10. Just right off the bat, I'll say that. If you want to see the full show, I do have it on the channel. I did a kind of a live broadcast of my recording of it. It's an hour loop. So if you just want to hear Christmas music and you just want to feel like you're at Disney, check that out. It's an hour loop of just that drone show over and over. And it's just a great show. Doesn't matter when you're watching it, the time of the year, so good. But I'll have a card or link or whatever it is that YouTube now offers so you can see that show there. So for this week's Disney tip of the week, when you are at Walt Disney World, even if you are not a Twitter account user, I would suggest you get a Twitter account just for this reason. They have a Twitter WDW Today account that gives you pretty much live on the now information when you need it. You can tweet at them pretty much any question you have about the park, and they respond pretty quickly. I know this is a great account to tweet whether you have a good experience or a bad experience. If you go somewhere and maybe the cast member is not the friendliest, be sure to tweet at WDW Today and say, hey, I had pretty bummer experience by this cast member. It's not that you're trying to call them out or get them fired or anything like that, but you're just making them aware of a situation that maybe they need to look into, and vice versa. If you have a fantastic experience with a cast member that you feel has just gone above and beyond to make your experience very magical, be sure to tweet at them, say, hey, I just had the best experience with, such and such cast member here at the Epcot, pavilion or wherever else you're at. They will tweet back at you saying, thank you, we'll recognize them, and they will recognize those cast members, as well as answer any questions you may have, whether it's where the next character meet will be for a certain character, like Mary Poppins or Donald Duck, or, maybe you can ask them, do you need a reservation for this kind of restaurant? And they'll let you know this gets pretty busy. It's wise to book a reservation. And also it's a fun account to have. You can let them know, I will be at Disney World in 50 days. They will help you with the countdown. They will give you a number that says, we cannot wait to see you. And it just makes your experience with Disney a little more stronger, a little more, fun, a little more connected in that way. So be sure to do that. It's a really, really fun thing I love doing. I love tweeting at them and even reading other people's tweets and, just seeing them be able to interact that way. If you want more tips, though, you can get the free ebook that I have, 5 tips to help your Disney trip stay as magical as possible. This book will share the 5 tips that my family and I use every trip we go to help us have the most, easiest experience. These are 5 must-dos for us to make sure we don't get into any hiccups when we're at the parks. Now, I told you I was going to get a little more personal. That's what I'm trying to say. I told you I was going to get a little more personal for this video, and that's what I'm going to do. I recently updated my Patreon and kind of officially launched it. This is an exciting thing for me to do, and I'm really excited to get interactive with you. Patreon is a place that allows people like you who enjoy watching these videos help it to continue by helping me cover many of the fees that come with running the website and the podcast, and then even doing videos such as this, covering lights, and of course if my camera breaks again. Anyway, so it helps out so much. But even more so, what I love about Patreon is it really is a way for us to connect. It's a way to build a community and interact much more personal than just me looking at you through a computer screen or a phone screen or tablet, whatever you're watching on. And so it really helps us to kind of connect in that way. And I'm excited to share this with you guys. So if you'd like, please consider becoming a Patreon. Right now, if you become a Patreon for just $1, you will get access to the private Facebook group, as well as get the Stay Magical sticker. You can put this anywhere you'd like, cup, your MacBook, your PC, whatever it is, and just show your support in that way. But right now, it's just for the next 7 days, $1 Patreon. That'll get you access to that. There's, of course, different tiers on there, different thank yous, as I like to call them. But it's a way for you guys, like I said, to help out not just the YouTube channel, but the podcast and the website as well. And, of course, kind of help our relationship get a little stronger in that way. So please be sure to check it out. I have an info card here. And, of course, you should see it popping up next to me here. Just click that, become a patron, and that'll take you to the page. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for watching Disney This Week. Be sure to check out Sunday's podcast. It is going to be amazing. We are back on track with our interviews and everything like that. So be sure to check it out. If you're not subscribed already, go subscribe to the podcast. Have a great night, day, weekend, whenever you're watching this. And as always, stay magical.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.